Hello everyone, my name is Caroline Isaiah. There's 3 parables in Luke 15. I encourage you to go read them. I'm going to paraphrase them. Read them for yourself. So the first parable, they all go in sync with each other. So it speaks of what was lost is now found. The first parable speaks of the lost sheep, where the shepherd left the 99 to go after the one. But the thing about a sheep is, you ever hear the name sheepish? If you're sheepish. So the sheep goes by still waters. The sheep never goes to running water. The sheep always goes by still waters. Psalms 23, he leadeth beside me beside still waters. The shepherd knows exactly where to find him because he's going to be beside the still waters. But the sheep knows he's lost, but has no idea how to get back home. Now, the second one is the parable of the lost coin. So back in those days when you were betrothed or even after you were married, you got a necklace with 10 coins around it. And one of the coins became missing. And of course, the coin has no idea it's missing. It has no idea it's lost. It has no idea that it's in the world. And the owner of the coin shed a light to find the coin. And then the last parable speaks of the prodigal son, the wayward son, that he asked his father, he came to his father and he asked for his inheritance early. So we have to imagine that he wasn't happy, because why else would he ask to wander off and have his inheritance early? There was 2 sons and they were both lost. One stayed home and did the right thing. The other one went off and squandered his money. The father, the oldest son got the more money than the youngest son, but the youngest son come to the father and asked for his inheritance early, and the father divided it down the middle, and the son went off and he squandered all his money. And it says after he got to his lowest point where he begged someone just to feed the pigs. What did it say? It said that he come to his senses. The Holy Spirit goes out and gets a hold of you and you'll never be the same. But no matter how lost your loved one is, whether he's lost and he doesn't know his way back and he needs a shepherd to come after him, or rather he has no idea that he's living in the world, no idea that there's only 2 destinies, heaven and hell. But the owner comes and sheds the lights on him. God calls us to be the light. And now, maybe it's you have a son that's wayward or a daughter that's lost their way. And you don't feel like you can go after him because you don't feel like you can reach him, but you don't have to, because we serve a supernatural God. You see, the reason that Jesus Christ stood out in the middle of towns and he said parables in the first century, could you just imagine the feeling to be there and being spoken to by Jesus Christ, is because his parables went past the intellect.